Guys, my name is Miss Martha and I'm the host for today. You're welcome to Healthy Mind Hub, a student health podcast, where we have real conversation on student health and mental wellness. This is not just a podcast, it's an open space where we discuss on mental wellness, students' academic stress, the way to cope through it, and how some questions that we really ask ourselves and we don't actually know the answers to it. This is a platform where we can relate and we can actually get answers and solutions to it. And this podcast has been something that I've actually really want to achieve, and I'm happy that today is actually coming to reality. And today I'm with someone I deeply respect, a friend of mine, and also a public health student of Nnamdi Azikiwe. His name is Anthony. Anthony, can you say it?
Okay, I am Aneke Anthony Somtochukwu. I'm a student of health promotion in Nnamdi Azikiwe University. I'm pleased and so welcome to be amongst us, Health Hub Talk. And we're present today to share the ideas I have on the questions I'll be asked, and then impact the little knowledge which we get from the discussion we'll be having here today.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm happy to have you. I'm so delighted to have you, and I believe my audience are going to learn a lot from you
Yes,
today.
they surely do.
Wow, they will definitely do. So, Anthony, what did you think about mental health?
Okay, mental health refers to the emotional, psychological, and the social well-being of a person. And talking about mental health, which has to do with the psychological, emotional, and then social well-being, it affects the way someone behaves, the way they think, the way they associate with people around them, the way they work or the way they achieve their goals and the activity they are meant to do day to day, the way they respond to external stimulus and other examples, I would say.
Okay, wow, thank you so much. That's a really nice introduction to mental health. Okay, what do you think when you hear about breaking the silence?
When we talk about breaking the silence, silence there, it's a big word, and most people find it difficult to exonerate themselves from their world of silence. Maybe because of a personal traits that they are struggling with, maybe introverted, not being or confident to talk to people. A lot of factors can affect or can create a cause for silence. Now, breaking silence, as you asked, it requires someone or one to be able to open up, and then before you be able to open up, you actually have to confide in someone. You need to trust that person. It's like a heart-to-heart felt discussion. So you cannot just walk to someone, a stranger or anybody, and then open up and start telling the person about your experiences, what you're passing through, or what you really want to engage in that discussion with. Now, I would say breaking silence now helps us, or it helps one to be able to be transparent, and because there's this saying that a problem shared is half solved. So when you open up and talk to people, you might not have the idea, but someone that you're talking to faithfully, or should I say per se, you might talk to the right person, and the person with experience and the right knowledge will guide you through and then direct you, so helping you solve the little problem you have.
Yes, wow, that was such a nice idea on breaking the silence. So if you want to confide in someone, how do we confide in someone? How do you view people before confiding to them?
Okay, I'll use myself for an example.
Yeah, that's good.
I say I'm finding it difficult with maybe talking with someone, or should I say engaging in a long talk or a long discussion. Now, before you actually walk up to someone and be like, hey, I want to engage in this person, I find you okay, and my heart actually beats with yours there, I want us to sit and have a discussion. First of all, before you accept someone, the physical outlook must be okay. And remember, yes, linking it now, mental health, the way the person, how coordinated the person is, the addressing, the way somebody dresses is the way you are addressed. So first of all, these are the physical aspects that you're meant to bring to consideration and be like, okay. Another quality is also that people tend to take notice, especially introverts. They tend to draw more closer to people that are not usually talkatives. People that don't usually talk and then say things. They like people that, if I share this information with you, then it's confidential between us. So yes, with that in mind, I'll be like, okay, I'm okay. I can engage in a discussion with this kind of person. And also, shared thoughts matters also, because when you look at someone and the way they behave, you might get to say, oh, I believe that this person might have one or two say or an answer to the question or what I want to discuss with him or her. So it's okay calling the person and or maybe drawing near to the person and then open up and say something.
Wow, that's great. Wow. I really enjoy your explanation. It's
great.
Nice, because I believe a lot of people are actually caging that silence and they're actually finding it difficult to confide in someone.
So many people hide their emotions inside. They don't really express it. It really takes a lot, or how it's weighing on them for it to show on their faces, and then they'll be able to finally open up. And sometimes not being able to open up on time, it might crush them, and we don't want that with you.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. So why do you think students struggle to open up in an educational environment like university? Why do you think, and also but why do you think students struggle to open up, most especially to people around them?
From my speculations, there are few or several factors that can contribute to that. One of them can be peer group influence. Peer group influence can be a very, very great factor that actually brings about that silence. One thing there is the competition, the unspoken competition among students here in school. So students might be feeling not confident enough to associate with others, probably because they are feeling that like they are in a second class level or in a third class level compared to other students around them. So they believe most times that they are not meant to be paid attention to if you're talking to someone in a class higher than you. And in most cases, those people don't tend to pay attention. They ignore you, and for the fact that you're not in their class, you should not even be anywhere around them or exist or associate with them. Thank you so much. So that's one of the factors. Then as I mentioned, peer group influence. Sometimes they really don't want to speak about that problem with their friends, because they know their friends. You've been friends for a while with them, so you know the kind of lifestyle they live, the kind of things that they do, and you wouldn't want to mention something that sticks out from what they are doing, because you might feel like, if I mention I want to start picking up positive attributes to my life, to my mental health, and I decide to discuss it with this, they'll be like, oh, come on, you should forget about that. We're friends. Why are you changing the lifestyle? They'll persuade you that this thing, whatever they are doing, they should enjoy your life now.
I'm telling you.
So you don't need to change about it. And before you know it, you'll be convinced, and then you will have to squat back in the square hole to work with the same pattern that they do. So that's peer pressure for you. Then also it comes with depression. Speaking of the current affairs with our country and the way things is per states, as a Nigerian citizen here, it can be really, really tough. So a lot of things can really be weighing a student down in school. Okay, per se, I would say examination anxiety, not being able to study alone, not family and or financial problems. So most of that things, when they come together, they can weigh a student down. They can make them feel so depressed because either they are not able to cover up a certain fee or tax that they are meant to do, not being able to work an assignment through. Now that student tends to be depressed. Surely they wouldn't want to engage with one another, because maybe they feel like they are a loser or they are a failure, something or whatnot. So in that case, it's one of the factors about it. Then I'll mention another factor, bullying. It might not really happen in higher institutions like here in universities, because it's more like a free world, your choice and what you want to do. But in most cases, yeah, there can be hidden cases of bullying. I don't know, I've not experienced one, but as hearsay, I would say that it can happen with students and staffs.
Yes.
The case of bullying, not only students and staffs, students and higher authorities.
Yes.
They are all students, but rather let's say that they are ranked higher than the other ones. So bullying can take place. Whereas the students now is being asked to perform activities or functions that is not really meant to be. There should be shared functions in a school setting, whereas everybody can be able to work together, and you have a specific task and a goal that you're meant to achieve. When we work together in different aspects with that shared role, we'll come out with a particular goal and we'll achieve what we want. But in a case whereas there is bullying, there is partiality in the life of the students, it affects the students mentally. The student feels weak as a person, the student feels bullied, harassed, and in that case, it starts to be exhibited in the life of that student. Probably the students who don't want to be present again in school. You feel lackluster, or should I say not motivated with education again.
Wow. Thank you so much. I'm really enjoying this, and I believe my audience are enjoying.
Thank you so much.
Oh wow.
I'm happy impacting and sharing my knowledge.
I'm happy too. So Anthony, have you ever been in a situation that you have to be okay even when you are not strong?
Yes, I would say that I have been in situations like that, and probably not my might that I walked through it, but God assisted me through it. I would like to say something about it. In some situations here in life, the situations might appear to be so big that it will be overwhelming. You ask yourself, wow, how am I going to walk through with this particular situation? Because most times I love that aspect in our creation, because we are very special beings. So that ability to judge oneself. When you judge yourself, you can be able to be like, wow, to determine, will I be able to achieve this task? Will I be able to come out on top with a particular role or goal that you want to achieve? Now, when you judge yourself, sometimes you might be feeling like, no, you're not up to the task. And one thing, realizing that you're not up to the task is one of the first bullets to someone's mental balance or one's psychology. One, you find out that, hey, you're not able to meet up with this, you cannot do this. Then two, you look around in the society or around you, find out people that are doing more better, people that can actually achieve these tasks without even budging or feeling like, oh, this is something big or a stumbling block to them. They can easily achieve the tasks, coming out excellently with it. It's a second bullet, because now you're seeing yourself. The first one, you know that you cannot do it, you're down with it. And second one, knowing that other people can achieve it easily, you're feeling down as if you're imperfect, you're not meant for that task, I would say. So situations like this, yes, I've come across it. Let me say, for example, the first time I had my I sat for my entrance exam into the university. Then, because of the activities as a school functionary in secondary school, as a school functionary, I had to balance the tasks as the hostel prefect. It's unspoken, but in dormitory school, as a hostel prefect, your function is more vital than the function of a senior prefect, because you are living with humans. You have to care for them and make sure you inspect every affair and anything that they do in school. So it's very, very taxing to control them and then be like a father and a guardian to them, and be able to relate any issue or guide them through their day-to-day activities. So now I had to cope with balancing my function as a school functionary and also education, plus the little activities that I had to do as a school dormitarian. Now, I was seeing the exams coming closer. I had to sit for like 3-4 exams. The JAMB is coming over, WAEC is coming over, NECO and GCE. Ask yourself, wow, with what we've been going through in class, it's not okay.
You're actually down.
Thank you. It's not okay with the exams that you're seeing forward. The exam is something higher, it's something way advanced. So you know that you really need to sit up, because if you're meant to be pushed to the future to sit that exam at that current time, you know that you're not going to pass it. And that can be very disturbing and tormenting. Sometimes when you open your book to read, you'll be destabilized. You don't know where to start from. You don't know where to move through. So
but for the
in
fact
most
you
cases,
have to
thank you, that you have to persevere. Now that comes in with silence, as I said, yes, breaking through silence. You look for a model, a role model, someone you can talk to. That's why we have guidance and counselors in school. You talk to your predecessors, those that have done that before you. You seek guidance. You tell them, see, this is the siege or the situation I am facing now. This is what is happening. I need assistance. I need guidance to walk through this path. That I'm finding it difficult. And funny enough, you might get to find out that during their own time that they were in a more worse situation than yours, because most times practice or training is not shown, it's results that is shown, and before results comes out there are series of activities before results. So those activities usually are not seen by the public, or only the results are being showed. So when you sit to talk with them and they tell you how theirs was, you feel more comfortable, like, oh, you belong. Not everybody is perfect. You start to adapt. When they tell you, okay, it's understandable there, you feel like you're not yet prepared, you can start to scheme like this. You're being advised, you meet your guidance and counselor, you seek advice too, you're schooled in, and they walk you through the courses, the textbooks, the subjects that you should read. And then also it is advisable that you meet people there also in the university, because you're seeking for an entrance in university. So you talk to them, tell you there, oh, for you to be in a particular course, or for you to get admission in a particular course, these are things you have to pay attention to. You have to know your calculations at the tip of your hands. For say me, I was going for science courses. So these are the things that when you open up and talk to people, don't always lock in. They will guide you through. They will talk you through. In that way, you don't have to belittle yourself again. You see a hope, a light at that tunnel there. You can really achieve this. So walking through it, you gain success.
It will be very easy for you. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this session, and I believe our audience enjoyed. So what do you have to tell them?
Okay, for audiences out there, I advise you that you should pay very much attention to your mental health. Sometimes, yes, you might not really get to notice, but when your mental health is good, it helps you work efficiently. We're talking about mental health here. We're not just talking about school students. We're talking about occupation, at work. When your mental health is good, you tend to perform tasks efficiently. When your mental health is good, you relate well with workers or members around you in your society. And with that mental health, you expose, or should I say, you exude positivity to people around. People who want to interact more with you because of the kind of character you exude, your positivity, what you display, everything about you is okay. And in case you might not be able to tell whether you're in a good mental health, some traits, you can use to find out. Let me say, actually lashing out on people on little occasions. Let me say, small discussions, you fly off the handle, and then you tell people things that you're not meant to tell them. You say bad words. Also, you check about your mental health, the type of things you feed your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Don't feel depressed. It's always be confident. Have that boldness in you in whatever you're doing. So thank you so much. And very important for your mental health, don't always keep silence. Silence is a very big word, and the word of silence speaks a lot. And if you sing there and keep listening to words there without actually talking to people or superiors, they can guide you through. They have made it. You find out that you keep sinking until you are almost invisible.
Thank you so much. I am happy to have you. Thank you everyone for staying and for staying with us to the end. I'm happy, and I would like to see you in our next episode. Bye.